to the weekend. Was this not the longest 4-day week ever? I don't know about you guys, but it's like, oh my gosh, is it Friday yet? Is it Friday yet? But hopefully you've had a good week. Hopefully you're having good weather. I am excited because we have sunshine today. It feels like most of the week we have had dreary weather, even though it was super warm. But today it's only 55 here in North Carolina, where I live. I'm about 15 miles, 15 minutes, I don't know what it is, 15 miles maybe outside of Raleigh. And it's like 55 degrees and sunny though. But it's chilly for sure compared to yesterday and the day before, or most of the week where it felt like spring. But I am so glad you're here with me. Let me go ahead and pull up my iPad to make sure I can see any comments. When you hop on, if you guys will hit that heart button, I would so appreciate it. And I am just going to put a couple important links in the comments in case you have any questions or want to do some checking out of some of my products. So let me just do that real quick. I am sorry I'm a few minutes late, or a minute late. I don't know. Maybe it was 2 minutes. I don't know what I was. I was a little bit late. I was researching some ideas for the project that we're doing today. Of course, I waited until I got upstairs to do it. I think originally earlier today I was going to do a different project, and then I decided to do this one because I really want it and I need it at the I need it. So I'm going to pin this real quick. I have pinned a comment that has basically, it has links to all of the Fresh Start collection that we just launched this morning. I hope you've had a chance to check it out. Also, a couple other important links like my club, my website, my finished goods, things like that. And I actually have to sit down and work on the computer when I get done doing this fun project with you guys today to make sure my store is up to date. So, was there something else I was going to tell you? Oh, tomorrow's Saturday. As far as I know, I'm going to plan on tomorrow, even though I was kind of toying between Saturdays and Sundays. But I think tomorrow I'm going to come on and I'm going to do our club project idea with our January club, since I have done nothing with that yet. And it's really cute. I hope you've seen that. That should be on my page as well, but there is a link in comments for that. And it's just says staying in. And it's really a cute idea. You can use it in lots of different ways. So I've got to narrow down what I want to share with you guys tomorrow with it. So I will be here live tomorrow. I hope you'll come on and join me. In my opinion, it's much more fun to craft with friends. And when you guys come and join me when I'm on my lives, it's like I'm crafting with friends. And you know I'm live if you see a red circle around my profile picture. If you'd like to know when I'm going live, I do have a Telegram channel that's a free app that you can download, and I just let you know. I send a text out right before I'm going to be going on live to let you know that I'll be going live. I know Facebook can be unreliable about notifications. I know ones that I follow and have favorites and say I want all notifications. I still don't always get the notification when they're going live, and a lot of times for me it's business related and I really need to. So if you'd like to have a telegraph, one of the texts come through the telegraph, then click on that link and join. All right, guys, that's all the business end of it I need to take care of. So let me just make sure I got everything I need. Okay, so the project I'm showing you today, a lot of designers won't do this. A lot of crafters won't do this. These are not items that are available on my site anymore. They went out as of December 31st. But they're projects that I have that I really want to do. And I really need to fill in a few places for my decor as I'm putting away the Christmas stuff, finally. Does it feel like, I don't know, it feels like Christmas was so long ago now. But, so I am going to show you this project with a surface that's no longer available right now. I'm not going to say they're not going to bring it back because it's a really cool surface. But if you happen to have grabbed one and you need an idea, then you're in luck because I'm going to show you today. But in general, I'm just going to show you some, it's a good video just to see some techniques and how easy it is to use our product and to customize our product to make it go along with your decor and how you want it to look. I do have one extra set of this, so if for some reason you decide that you really would like to have this, I do not have an extra transfer, but I do have an extra cutout. If you are interested, then just send me a message and we'll see what we can do to get it to you. Okay? All right, guys. So this is how it comes packaged. These are our bird cutouts. This is how it comes packaged. It's a 2-pack. And it does have instructions on the back, just so you know. But these are our wood cutouts. So they're the nice, thick, chunky, really quality wood. They're already come in this whitewash color, which I actually love. And it comes with the 2 birds, a big and a little one. Maybe it's a mama and a baby, I don't know. And then the wings. And all of these are double-sided. So here's the wings. And here's the wings, okay? So we, yeah, I really wanted to, let me see something, guys, because I feel like if I don't do this, I may. So the reason you have 2 wings, and they are double-sided, so you could change them out if you wanted, but is obviously you could put the wings, you only need one side of the wing showing. You can place it wherever you want it, however you want it. I don't even have an example up to be able to see, so let me just look at something real quick. Let's see here. I wanted to see, I should have saved, and I don't know why I did not. That's why I was looking so hard trying to find what I needed for today, because I don't even have an example. And sometimes, if you're like me, I need an example. I like to see. I'm a very visual person, so it really helps me if I can see. Okay, all right, so that helps. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So this is how it comes packaged. It comes with the 2 wings, the 2 birds, and it comes with a little pack that looks like this. It's just a little adhesive pack. It's like little glue squares, not dots, but, and you would use that to attach the wings onto it. So that all comes in the set. So that is fabulous. So that's what it looks like. And then I also will be sharing this. If I don't do it today, I'll probably do a video of it, and I'll be sharing this beginning next week. If you got any of our tree cutouts, they can be used for winter decor as well. So I hope you guys don't mind that I'm doing that. We do have a whole brand new product launch of 13 new transfers at launch today. I don't have access to any of them. You have to be higher up in the food chain than I am as an independent designer to have access to those before or when they come out. So I don't have access to any of those yet, but I will still be sharing some Valentine's projects with you. We're going to start that next week as well, okay? Because I'm starting to think about it, and I'm like, oh, we're bearing down on time. So I actually will be also pulling out my Valentine's projects from last year that I did that I can share with you guys if the transfers are still available so that you can get your hands on those. So this is the coordinating transfer for almost every one of our cutouts, or everyone, not almost really, every one of our cutouts comes with a coordinating transfer that will work with it. Now, you don't always have to use that. You could, if you purchase these and you didn't get the transfer, you could paint on them, you could Mod Podge on them, you know, either a napkin, sorry, hopefully I can think better today, a napkin, cardstock, tissue paper, fabric, whatever you wanted to do. So you can use them in other ways, and these do stand on their own, so they're awesome. Some people even have made holes in these and put them on stands to have them standing up. That looks cool too. So whatever works for you is great. But I happen to have gotten the transfer to go with it because I absolutely love Scandinavian design, anything really. There's just something about it that I really like. So we are going to actually be using this transfer, and again, this is not available anymore, but we have lots of other options, guys. So if you want to try chalking, go in there and try it. I also have a link in the comments that for a sample kit under $5 that you can have sent to you and try it out and see how easy this is for yourself. Anyway, this is the patterns. So as you can see, it's very Scandinavian looking. This is obviously very winter, and then this could be any really. It's just a Scandinavian pattern. I don't know if it would be considered, I cannot talk, a winter pattern. We can make it look any way we want. So that's why I want to show you guys it depends on the chalk paste you use, right? I have seen this done in a multitude of colors. I, of course, am gravitating towards the bolder colors for the Christmas pattern. So I consider this one wintry, Christmassy, because it's got pine cones in it, and maybe you would consider those poinsettias. These, I'm going to do it in a more of a Valentine kind of feel. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm still trying to decide between the Tide or the Ocean Mist along with the red, the candy apple. So what I did to prepare them with all of our any of our wood surfaces, I usually sand them first. I just take a sanding block and I lightly sand both sides. And then I do not do it on these little wings just because they're so little, and I really don't think it's gonna matter that much. I do not wax the wings. I have waxed both sides of these. When you're working with wood, we highly suggest the wax. So if you are looking for a way to purchase $100, right at 100, maybe slightly over $100 worth of product, I have a cart link that I can send you so that you can get the Creative Kickstart for free, which I'm waiting on mine. It was mailed out when I ordered it. Whatever day they told us about it, I ordered it, and it has been shipped, so hopefully I'll get mine soon. But if you are looking for a way to get your hands on that Creative Kickstart, then I can certainly help you with that, guys. So it's all waxed. They're sanded and waxed. I am just going to take my blow dryer. When I apply wax to it, I usually just put a little bit of heat on it, just for a moment, just to kind of make sure I don't have any clumpy. And the reason we use wax on wood is because it helps fill in the grooves a little bit. That's why we sand it a little bit also, because we're looking for a nice flat surface for these are reusable silk screen transfers, you guys. So the company guarantees around 8 to 12 times, as long as you take care of them and clean them, keep the silk screen areas clean. So that's what helps you get the great image of that and our chalk paste consistency. So we try to have it on a smooth surface. So I just made sure I warmed that just to kind of, if I was doing it just on my own, I might just do it and make sure that it was done ahead of time. 20 minutes is what I think. It has instructions on the back of here. I think it says 20 minutes, but you might even do it the day before. If you say, oh, I'm going to work on that project tomorrow, you can do it and let it sit. And then just buff it. Make sure you buff it because you don't want any big places of wax, because then that might make it so that your image doesn't come through as much. And if you ever have any questions about any techniques that I am showing, or ways that you could use your products, please feel free to reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. I'm going to have to roll this up. They're going to get in my way all day long. All right. So these are all ready to go. Now, obviously they're double-sided and we have to find the right transfer for the right side. So just be sure that you kind of pay attention to that. It looks like they have the birds kind of facing each other. So we are going to do this one for, we're going to do this one first, or we're going to do this one first. I really like the idea of red with pink as well. Like throwing the red in with this, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I think I might just keep it these kind of pretty colors. I used both of those colors a lot last year for my, you know what I might even do? Let me look at something here. I've got another color I didn't have last year for Valentine's kind of. I do have reds and pinks. That's Current Jam. Just thinking. This is the hard part for me, guys. This is why I need y'all here, because it's much more fun to craft with friends. I can ask your opinion. All right, let me mark the front of my transfers. I might have to do one step and then figure out the next. Are you guys having a good Friday? Any plans for the weekend, or are you ready to kind of stay in like my like my club transfer says? All right, so this is Now this would look really pretty in green as well. I always mark the front and back of my transfers, guys, so that I know. So I know which one. There we go. So I know that where they go on the backer sheets. The backer sheets is just what we store them on. Sorry guys, I got a little distracted for a minute. Okay, let's go ahead and cut our transfers. And I am going to cut along, if I can. The jury's still out. I've had these long nails for a week and I just don't know. Not a huge fan of them, but I'm trying to stick with it because, you know, when you pay to get your nails done, you want them to stay nice as long as possible. So really trying to just kind of stick it out and see if I can deal with it, but I apparently did not communicate well enough that I don't like them long. Somehow I ended up, this is not long. This was not long is what they thought was not long. And I should have had her do something with it. Or just not even done it differently. Hindsight's 20/20, right? So I'm just cutting along these little score lines for my transfers because I like to keep it on the backer sheet all big. When I first started out, I used to cut them out with the backer sheet attached to them. And I have found that it's so much harder to keep everything organized. I should have kind of checked to see what other designers were doing before I just forged my own way. But I have found that I really prefer it on the full sheet. It's just easier to keep up with the pieces and stuff. Keep everything together. I'm just going to go ahead and cut them all out so that everything is ready to go when I'm ready. Still figuring out my colors here. So when you hop on, hit that heart button. Let me know where you're from. Say hi. Even if you're catching me on the replay. If you catch me on the replay, welcome to the replay. And if you've had a chance to look at the Fresh Start, okay, we're all ready. If you've had a chance to look at the Fresh Start, let me know what's your favorite thing that you saw. So this product launch is more of what we call evergreen. So it's like everyday kind of transfers. So lots of different uses for them. And I always end up having like one spot where I did not cut it all the way. Did I cut that? Yes, I did. I just didn't get that one little string. Now our transfers are self-adhesive. And what that means is they're sticky, which is what you want because it holds it in place. And they are super sticky the very first time you use them. So we usually fuzz them. This is a fuzzing cloth. And all that is just exactly like it sounds. We're adding a little bit of lint or fuzz to the back of the transfer so it's not quite as sticky. You don't have to do it a lot because this is a cutout, and a lot of our cutouts you have a lot of white space or open space, so you really want to make sure that it sticks. You may, if you waxed, you may not even need to fuzz because it's such a small area. So bear with me while I line this up. And once I have it placed, I smooth it out so they have no bubbles No bumps, no bends. So see, got it all on there. I'm gonna go ahead and do the little guy too. And then I might have to, let's see, I might have to get a little thing out for my wings because they're so tiny. There we go. You guys, I'm not even gonna fuzz this since I waxed it. Bear with me. This is the longest part of the whole process. So the two different colors, I'm going to choose one base color, and I think I'm going to use the Tide. I really think I'm going to use the Tide for the base color. And then I'm going to do another pop of color on top of it for the wing. So let's go ahead and get these wings ready too, since we have them. And then we'll be able to chalk our little heart out. Again, I'm not going to fuzz it because it's such a little area going on here. I might have to do it this way on this one. It's so little. I'm having a hard time getting a hold of it. Oh, it's not lined up. It's okay, at least it's almost lined up. I can maybe tweak it. So this is just wet chalk that we're going to be using. And it dries hard to the touch. And on a wood surface, it's permanent unless you were to sand it off. I'm just putting it up to the light, make sure I have it. I don't have that quite lined up. Guys, I am tired today. I've been tired last couple of days. Yesterday and today, I did take my vitamin D. At least the sun's out. I think that's what it is. I need some more sun. My body is craving the sun. Put that up. Let's see if we can get this one on there. Tell me if you've ever used any of our cutouts. And if so, what's your favorite? We have so many. We have. And I absolutely love them. Just something different about them. I think it's fun. Fun element. Okay. That goes with the big one. That goes with the little one. Okay, so I think, should we do them both the same color? Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should mix up the colors. Should I do them both the same colors or do them opposites? Maybe I could do them opposites. So this is Tide. It's a brand new container. This is Tide. It's a really dark teal color. It's a brand new container. That's how our containers come sealed. And it's chalk paste. These are 3-ounce jars. Lots of our chalk paste that we have comes in single packets or even pallet packs. We actually have a new pallet pack that launched with the new product this morning. It's called Bohemian. So it has a lot of our like muted and what do you call it? Muted and warmer colors like that you would associate with kind of boho. All right. I forgot to wet my, let me wet my baby wipe. I have a brand new one here that's just dry. I usually have a wet paper towel or a baby wipe close by for my fingers because this is just wet chalk. Cleans up with water. Just so I don't make a mess of it. And obviously, since I just opened this one, that's what it looks like. If you get a single paste pack, this is what it looks like. And if you're in my VIP group, I have tips and tricks on how to keep the paste in there from drying out, because you usually don't use all of it in one project. So you can save it. But this is a 3-ounce jar. I'm just stirring it up. And as you can see, it is a really, what we call creamy dreamy formula. They came out with this last year, or year before last. Gosh, it's hard to believe that in April I'll have been with the company 2 years. I can't even believe it. Okay. So I just stirred that up, and it should be like the consistency, I like to say, of like frosting. So it's all ready to go. I think we're going to do the big one in. I need a couple squeegees. That's the tools we use to apply the chalk paste. Use a couple squeegees. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to do this in the tide, and I'll do the wing in the tide on this one. And then for the accent color, I think I'm going to do red. You know, I'm wanting to use a crimson. You know how I am, guys. You know I love the shimmers, so I'm wanting to use a shimmer, but I'm thinking I'm going to keep it flat. I think I'm going to keep it a flat color. So, yeah. I'm trying to decide if I want to use, I think I'm going to use red. Just stick with it. I have another set if not. And I have a back side of this. We're going to do that in another color. But as you can see, I just take my squeegee and apply my chalk paste directly to my silk screen. Oh, goodness. Now, this would look really nice. If you have a neutral living room, you could do it neutral colors. You could do it whatever colors you like for winter. You could do it in a soft green. You can do it in a darker green. You could do it in a blue. I really was thinking I was going to do some blue, but teal is kind of like blue, right? You could do it in, we have like Dune and Camel, so those are like very neutral colors. We have Storm, that's a light gray. Dune is like sand color almost. That would be pretty if you have very neutral colors. Or you like to go simple after the holidays and try to go back to, or even black and white. I've seen this in black and white. So keep in mind the areas where the blue, where the light teal vinyl is, that's where it's going to be white underneath. So I'm just going to quick do this. We'll leaf 2. And we'll peel and reveal. So you just put your chalk paste right on it, and then you take off any extra. A little goes a long way. It doesn't take much. I have a little trouble with this one because it doesn't want to stay still because it's so tiny. And just pull off any extra. Probably done with that. Let's see. All right, guys, you ready? Ooh, I just dropped it. So there we go. Let's check it out. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love that. So perfect. Now I'm just going to spray the transfers with water until I'm going to set this over to the side because I don't want to mess it up, until I'm ready to wash them in the sink. This is going to be a little challenging. Let's see if I can get a hold of it. These long nails. See? Got a cute little. That'll go on our little one. So, oh, you guys, I just touched it. Got it on me. That's all right. Hopefully you won't be able to tell. I don't think you can see that much. Yeah, that one's hard to deal with these long nails. Okay, so I'm going to set those to the side while I'm working on the next one. Let me get that on the back side because I don't know what color I'm doing the back side. All right, let's put that up since we're done with that color. That's one of my favorite colors. Any of the teals are my favorites, and the shimmers, of course. But this would be lovely, you guys, if you did it in the forest. That's our forest. Isn't that beautiful? That's in Last Chance section right now, I believe. Okay, so. All right, I think we're going to do the red. I think. I'm just trying to decide. Because I could do one of these other pinky colors. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick with red. All right. This is Candy Apple Red. Very red, as you can see. Now, I feel like this needs a little water. I have had this red for over a year. And I haven't used it all yet. And I've used it for Christmas and Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day and not St. Patrick's Day, excuse me, 4th of July. St. Patrick's Day. Where did that come from? All right, I'm just going to stir it up. I just added a little bit of distilled water to it. If you have a jar and it's dry, or if your chalk paste is dry, you just add distilled water to it to reconstitute it and make it more creamy. And you want it creamy because then it goes right through the silk screen exactly like it's supposed to. If it's too dry, it won't go. It'll be too thick and it will not go through and you won't get a good image. You'll get splotchy. If it's too runny, you won't get a good image because it'll run. It will bleed. So you want it just right. And we are going to take my squeegee. I'm actually going to try to get that off of there because that part was thick. I don't want that on there. I don't work with the red as much. I feel like I'm always so messy with it. Like, as you can see, I've already got it on me. Darker colors, reds and the blacks. All right, guys, let's do it. All right, and let's do this wing. This is the wing that's going to go on the larger bird. And just pull off any extra once I'm done. I will let you know that with our new transfers that are coming in the Fresh Start launch, we are trying a new distributor or provider, creator, I don't know what you call them, manufacturer, I guess. And they will be thinner and actually supposedly work very, very nicely. So here we go. Let's check it out. Let's see how it turned out. Ta-da. Isn't that pretty? Now, like I said, the red and green would have been perfect too. That way you could use it through not only through Christmas, but winter as well. all the way through winter because it's not necessarily a Christmas exclusive pattern. But I use a lot more teal in mine, so that's why. There's a little, again, I got it all over me. I'm going to spray all these transfers with water. Now, if you're using any of our transfers, we do suggest you wash them as soon as you get done using them. You can use a board eraser, a soft sponge, but it cleans up with cool water, and then you let them dry and put them back on the backer sheet. They will become sticky again. If you don't, like what I'm doing right now, I just kind of spray them with water to keep them moist until I'm ready. So I'm going to go ahead and put these chalk pastes up, and then we will move on to making sure we're dried before we go on to the next step. Okay, let's get my dryer. Now sorry, my screen went to sleep. Sorry about that, guys. It should be on there. There we go. There we go. And if I've missed any comments, I apologize. Okay, so I do have an air dryer. You don't have to have an air dryer. You can have a blow dryer. Just make sure you don't have it too hot. But you don't need to, it doesn't have to be a heat one. This is just one of our air dryers. And it just helps speed up the drying process. This would dry, the chalk paste would dry in about 5 minutes or less. So we're just going to speed it up a little bit. Take it a little back. And actually the teal looks like it's about dry. I'm calling it teal, but the color is actually called Tide. It feels dry. So we're just going to speed up the red a little bit. So that we can handle it. And I may wait until we've done both sides to attach the wings, so I don't even really need to dry those. That way I don't have it, like it won't be, oh, let me hang that up, sorry guys. So that way I have a nice, I don't have to worry about that bumping, a big bump while I'm trying to work on this other side. So I'm just going to set the wings aside. Ooh, that one still feels a little dry, a little wet. I want them completely dry so that when I flip them over to work, I don't get any. We're going to do the other side, and these are the colors that I'm thinking about. I can't decide which colors. I know I want one of the darker and one of the light, but I just don't know. Like I'm going leaning towards these. I love the current jam, but I'm thinking that might be just not right. That's better. All right. So I'm going to set those there for just a moment. Now, we're going to do the other side with these. So I'm going to actually start with my little wings so I can let them set aside and let them dry. So I'm going to start with my wings. Now you could just do one side of them and then go back and do the other one, but since I'm here and I'm doing it with you and I haven't done a project in a while and I want to go ahead and use these in my decor, I'm going to do both. And then when I'm ready to flip it around for Valentine's Day, I can flip it right around. That's the cool thing about the double-sided. Is you can do a project on each side that work for different holidays or occasions or looks. and you just turn it and flip it, and you don't have to have a lot of room to store everything, which is probably why most of us hate the putting away after Christmas. It's because of all the decorations you have to put away, and you got to find room for all of them. And but if you have stuff that you can just say, oh, now it's fall, oh, now it's Halloween, now it's Christmas, now it's winter. That's kind of how I organize mine. I usually do fall and Halloween. If it's something that I can use for both holidays or seasons or whatever times, decorating. And then I usually do winter and Christmas. And then I might do Valentine, and Christmas like I'm doing today, or winter and Christmas, or winter and Valentine's, or I might do Valentine's and St. Patrick's Day, depending on what it is. Like, for example, our truck, which I don't have one right here. We don't offer it anymore, but our truck, I would do one side for, last year I did one side for Valentine's, and I think I did the other side for St. Patrick's. But obviously the red and green can work for other seasons as well. So just keep that in mind. All right, guys, let's see here. So this is Raspberry Sorbet. I love it. You can tell I love this color. It's very similar to what I have on, although this one is even more gorgeous. I have not used it in a while, and I am going to be using it a lot for Valentine's, so I might as well go ahead and stir it up and see if it needs any more water. I think I'm going to be okay. Feels like it's stirring pretty well. So I think I'm going to be okay with that one. And this is just little stir sticks. We sell these in like a 12 or is it a 24 pack? I don't know. But they're reusable and they're perfect for stirring our chalk paste. And then this color is Peony. It's very light pink. You could also do it in, I don't know, did we do it in pink? You could also do it in a purple. Purple is really nice. I have berry and I have wisteria. That would work as well. I think the berry might look nice instead of the peony. That way it's not traditional. I can throw a couple different other colors. How about we try the berry? Ooh, I don't know if I've opened this one yet. Oh, I have. I just haven't used it in a while. Love this color. I have this in ink. I don't know if I've stirred this one. I have this in ink and I've done several projects with it. It's such a pretty color. I think that's what we'll do. Yeah, that one's perfect. Actually, this one, I'm going to add just a little bit because after stirring that brand new one, feels like this could use just the tiniest bit. Now, if you don't buy the jars, you don't have to worry about all this, but only distill water in your chalk paste if you are saving it because you don't want bacteria to grow. All right, so what am I thinking? Oh my. Okay, a couple more squeegees. And really, guys, we don't have to do any other embellishment. That's the cool thing with a lot of the cutouts. You don't really have to do anything else. You just do whatever you're going to do to the surface, whether it's painting, Mod Podging, doing a transfer, whatever you're going to do to it, you do it and it's done. And you don't really have to embellish it. Okay, these little ones were really hard for me. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that beautiful? So that is Raspberry Sorbet. We're going to set that aside. And then this is our berry. I definitely got way too much chalk paste. So a little bit goes a long way. That's why if you do have a single packet, I believe we even have a Valentine shade palette packet. Pretty sure we do. But if you have a question about that, you can't find it, you can look in my website. It's under category and then chalk paste, and then you just keep scrolling through until you find palette packets. They are very nice for projects if you're going to do several different things and you want a couple different colors instead of buying just a jar. There we go. I'm afraid to touch it anymore. Let's set that aside and let that dry. And then let's get to our birds. I'm going to actually pull this over here so that it's not on that hard surface while I am working on these. So 4 different, basically larger transfers. See, I'm not even going to fuzz it, guys. It's just something unique and usually on trend. Our company is so good about being on trend with the latest decor. That's what I love about them as well. That's just one of the many things I love about them. Okay, so that guy is all set. And then let's turn this one over. Now you know why I labeled it, because when I'm going to put them back on, I have no idea how they all fit on there. So now I'll know. That's why I kind of label them to give an idea. It's like a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle, and I am not good with puzzles. My daughter's good with puzzles. My husband's good with puzzles. My grandson's good with puzzles. I don't know about the boys. I never really see my boys doing them often, but I am not good with puzzles. Okay, all set, ready to go, shall we? All right, so I wanted the opposite, so I want to do the berry on the little guy, the little birdie. You don't have to. You could do the same color wing as, but I like the contrast. But you could do the same color wing. One time over the last 6 months. Let me get that on, guys. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Had to reach up there and get that. Otherwise, it would have just gone off again. We should be done by the time it goes off next. Sorry about that. And here we go. Peel and reveal. Isn't that pretty? How sweet is that? Isn't that a cool design? I love that. All right, let's set this here. I woke up this morning at 10 out of 6. I was like, ugh. That's wide awake before my alarm went off. I hate when that happens. All right, so this one is the raspberry sorbet. And you know, you could really use these year round, guys. It doesn't have to be just at the holidays. It doesn't have to be just at the spring or the summer. Oh my goodness, y'all. I am like everywhere with this one. Okay, almost done. See how easy this is, guys, and how quick? I love that I can sit down to do a project and I'm done. Once I finish, I'm done. Unless I decide I'm going to just kind of zhuzh it up a little bit and do a little bit more to it maybe. But I love that when I pull the transfer off, my project is finished if I want it to be. Or I can go that next level. So even if you're not creative, you can still create some amazing projects because the products do all the work. And if you are creative, you can do more. And if you're really artistic, you can do even more. So here we go. All set. Hopefully I didn't get it on the sides too much. If I did, I can always file it. Not file it. Yeah, sand it. Look at that, guys. Isn't that cool? So can you imagine that in other colors? And if so, what colors would you imagine it in? Because I have a whole nother set that I can do in a completely different color combination. Isn't that pretty? All right, so let me get my stuff cleaned up. You always want to try to keep the air, you know, don't leave your chalk exposed too long because it will dry out. So if you're done, always clean up. While you're cleaning up, your chalk paste is drying. I usually take my, like I said, I usually take my transfers. If I'm working on a project and I'm not on a live, I take my transfers to the sink and wash them while my chalk paste is drying. I washed my hair today and I feel like it's everywhere. It's so fly away. Okay, so. All right. Now, if you have a situation like this, so do you see where that bled and you don't like that? I'm not going to use the other side of this right now, the other side of these wings right now. I don't need the other side. So if you have a situation like that and you don't like it, get you an old fingernail file or get you a sanding block. I'm going to try it with this file first and see if I have enough. I use this a lot of time for my Mod Podge, but just get you a file if that bothers you. Sometimes it bothers me, sometimes it doesn't. Or you can even get some distressing ink if you want, and you could go around the edges so that the white doesn't stand out. I like the contrast of the white, so I mean, you technically could do this pink with the red too, or the purple with the red. So just so you know. But you can just sand off any boo-boos. Or you could probably even take a wipe and see if you can get it off. Sometimes you can with a wipe. But you don't want to take your chalk paste off the top. It should be dry and cured. So it shouldn't come off unless you sand it, but you never know. See, I feel like that's making more of a mess. I should just stick with the, just do this. There we go. Now it's done. Cleaned up. Okay, I am going to hit these with the dryer. I'm actually going to use the dryer to make sure they're dry all the way. And make sure everything's dry all the way before we attach them. Super easy. We even give you everything you need to attach it. So, can't beat that. Tell me which color you like best, guys. Do you like the red with the teal, or do you like the berry with the raspberry? The patterns would look completely different depending on what colors you use. I'll probably do the other set in a more neutral look. Not sure yet. Maybe blues and greens. Cooler colors. Although some would say this is cool, even though it's very vibrant. It would look really pretty, I think, in a yellow, in a very soft yellow. Wouldn't that look pretty? All right, guys. Like I said, these are dry on their own in about 5 minutes. I'm just speeding up the process. so that I can attach these for you guys. Okay, so let's get our little glue. And I did get to the Dollar Tree and get some glue dots so that I have them for the next time I need them on a project. All right. So we're just going to attach that to the back. You don't even have to necessarily use that whole piece. Not sure if you need the whole piece or not. And just pull the backers off. Okay, so you're going to put this, and really, again, your placement. If you want to put it up here, where you can, where it's kind of like they're in flight, do that. I think that's what I'm going to do. That way, I'm not covering up too much of the pattern. Or if you don't like it with them up like that, you can place them that way, or you could put it down here more. I like it kind of like that. Isn't that cute? I kind of like it that way. It's like they're fluffing their feathers. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side of this one. And it's completely up to you whether you want to do the same wing placement or not. Or maybe you want it down. So we're going to place the teal on this red side. Let's see, how do I want it? And keep that in mind when you go to put your, oh, wait a minute. Is that the right one? Yeah, it is. I was like, wait a minute. So there's that side, and there's that side. What do you think, guys? What do you think of the color combination? I love it. So cute. Tell me which one you like the best. Keep it in mind when you're going to place your wings. I think I'm going to keep all my wings up. Some people have placed them like this, where it's just on the side. I don't like to do that just because I feel like it's covering up this gorgeous pattern. Plus, I want my birds to look like they're kind of active, not just resting, not sleeping. My goodness, y'all, I'm telling you, I cannot function with these really long nails. For those of you that have long nails like this all the time, kudos to you, because I am not good at it. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. Little baby. I think I'm going to just put it a little bit here. There we go. Now see, I could have done something else to make it pop a little more. If I had used the, I could have used this color with the, what was the other one? Currant Jam. Then it'd be a bolder, but I think that's pretty. All right, let's flip it around. And last one. All right, guys, be sure to hit that heart comment or heart button, heart comment. Leave me a comment and say, hey, oh, you guys, look, I've got red on the back of there. I need to get that off. Hang on. And if you would sprinkle my video, guys, what that means is just to S-H-A-R-E, tag a friend. It just helps my business, and I certainly appreciate it. I like to share the crafting and creating love. My goal is to inspire, encourage, or just entertain through my love of creating with you guys. And if you would just share it, I would certainly appreciate it. All right, there we go. The only reason I'm doing that is because you're going to be able to see it if you're up close from the back side. So I could paint it all one color. I could have done the design on both sides if I wanted, because I knew that it was going to show up, but I'm not going to do that. But you could. That's the cool thing about DIY is you get to decide. You get to decide how you want to do your own project. I'm just here to give you ideas. And if you want to see it in some other colors, let me know. I can make that happen. If you're in my VIP group, I can share over there a lot easier, or I can send you a message because there's some things I cannot do out here on this page. Now that keeps scooching around, so I probably need to make sure I'm holding it tight. So there we go. So here we go. This is what we would see. We had them on our, wherever you were displaying them. They would look super cute on a tiered tray. I should just bring my tiered tray down and show you guys, but I don't even have it decorated yet. But it would look super cute on a tiered tray with some other elements. You could put it on a shelf, on a bookshelf. You could put it on, I don't know if I'm going to put this down there on my tiered tray that I have at my coffee bar. But you could put it on a tiered tray. You could put it on just a riser. I have some really pretty risers that, you know, you can just take a pattern and put on your riser. I have a bunch of risers. The Bullseye's Playground constantly has risers, and you could just paint it, or you could do it with a pattern that will coordinate with these. So that's the more Valentine, what I'm saying, Valentine look. And then this is the more winter / Christmas look. And they can either face each other or turn away from each other. Let me know which side you guys like the best. All right, guys, that's my project for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that you'll click on the link and check out the new Fresh Start ideas that we have in there. And again, I should be on tomorrow. My plan is to come on tomorrow afternoon to share our Chalk Couture, which, if I have it here, I can show you guys. It's called Staying In, and I'm going to showcase this tomorrow. I'm going to come up with a fun project idea for you guys. This is our monthly subscription club. And this is the transfer we're going to use. That's our January one. And I would love for you guys to join me live, or at least catch the replay. And if you do, you can say #replay or comment to me in the replays just as if you're watching it live. I always reply to any comments that I get. But until I see you next, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Friday. If it's Friday for you, that's what day it is now. A great rest of your day and evening. And I hope that you'll stay safe, stay healthy, and be blessed, guys. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.